Tom Pincince alongside head women's lacrosse coach Princess Livingston, now in season number 2. Walk us through the difference between season number 1 and season number 2 so far.
Season number 2, it's not my first rodeo. Just really excited, trying to figure out the kinks of what we did last year and try to fix them and really target them.
How about preparation-wise, for preseason preparation or practice during the fall? Like you said, it's not your first rodeo, but sometimes we learn from our mistakes, but we also learn from the things that went really well. And talk about the difference between the two of those.
The things that went really well, our offense, I don't really want to change a lot, although we lost some key players, but really want to allow them to be confident and be creative. Some of the things we want to work on, our draw game, despite Swaz's numbers, we still need to work on that. The possession game is very important. And defensively, really just targeting a couple things with our zone and our man-to-man. But as far as trying to figure out the things that we didn't do so well, those are things we focused on in strengthening our strengths.
You mentioned the offense and losing some key components from last year's team, but you will return 4 out of the top 6 scorers from last year's team, all of whom scored 23 points or more, including your top scorer, who was a freshman.
Yeah, it's very exciting. We can only go up from here, so.
Right. What does Megan bring to that offense? She scored 57 points. She scored 30 goals as a freshman. She's second in goal scoring to Marissa Soto, who did graduate. What did Megan bring to your team last year, and how nice is it that your leading returning scorer was only a freshman a year ago?
It's exciting. It's thrilling. We're only going to look for her to, get stronger. The biggest thing that she brings is her leadership, the experience from last year. She's got a lot to learn, but she knows that, and she gets out there and works, and she sets the example, and everyone else is just following.
Right, and then Morgan, Kylie, and Cameron all are in that top 4 out of returning 6. Aside from that group, who do you look for to step up on the attack?
We have some freshmen that have done a lot of hard work in the fall. I mean, they put the ball in the back of the net. They've gained that confidence. We played last weekend down in New Haven, and they really stepped up and put the ball in the back of the net. So I'm looking forward to them. Saturday is going to be more real, but looking forward to them to following through with that and continuing that confidence.
You've had some opportunities to go outside early, which is nice.
Very nice, yes.
With the turf. When I come in the morning, I can see you guys wrapping it up. You've been out there already for a couple hours. The milder weather that we've had, has that helped you prepare for the season better?
Absolutely. I think both last season and this season we've been fortunate that we've been able to get outside in January. I worry more about March, but it's definitely going to allow us to be confident when we go out there Saturday. We haven't been indoors or in a different space, so our spacing is there, so that's really, really nice for us.
You almost get lulled into the nice weather,
yes.
But you know
March is, yes.
Coming. Always, something's coming. Let's move to the middle of the field and your midfielders and talk about that group and what you expect from them.
With our midfielders, we have, like you said, Cameron Birdie, some of our returners strong, and a lot of the freshmen will be running the midfield. So it's a different game from high school, and they're figuring that out, especially this past weekend. But really excited to see them play defense and attack and be conditioned to be able to play both sides of the ball at this level.
Move to the defensive side of the field, and the one mainstay that's been there for the last 2 years. 32 games played, 32 starts. I believe it's every minute of every game in the last 2 years, and that's Jackie Brandover in goal.
Yes. Jackie's incredible. She's one of our captains this year. She's really done a great job trying to transform herself as a leader and figure out those strengths that she needs to get everyone to kind of follow her. She's just really, we've got some new coaches on staff, and she's really just bought into everything that they've given and thrown at her, and her game has improved tremendously. So we'll look for her to step up and be in that role.
You mentioned new coaches on staff, and Amanda Zabel, who was a goalkeeper for us here.
Yes.
A long time, I remember I was here when she was here, but I remember that. What does it mean to have somebody with her experience, her success in goal to help somebody like Jackie?
It's great. She played here. She has that pride. Amanda has played on that field, and I think that they have this special bond. And, we also have Allie O'Hara, who was a goalie as well, and she's been at the NCAA level, at the Division III level, and so they both bring something special, and all three of our goalies have really taken a liking to them, and they've all improved.
Is it nice to say that all three of our
Yes, all three. Poor Jackie was by herself last year, so it's really exciting to have
Let's talk about
two other people.
the first couple weeks of the schedule. We're going to start Saturday right at St. Joe's.
Yes.
We're going to travel to Army and New Hampshire before we come home for our first home game against a new program, and that's the University of Hartford, just across town there.
Yes.
That started a new program. But the first 3 games away from home, what are your goals? What do you look for starting this Saturday at St. Joe's?
We're going to look to go out there and give it everything we've got. We really want to make sure that we're improving each of these games. If there's something that was a weakness for one of the games, we want to make sure that that's not a weakness for the next game moving forward. And that's really going to help us as we go down the stretch and play some tougher teams and make sure that, we've gotten better and we've improved and we're tackling another task.
All right, season opens this Saturday on the road at St. Joe's. Home opener for the Blue Devils.
Yes.
It's March 6th versus the University of Hartford, and it's that March calendar date that we're looking at.
Yep.
So hopefully we don't get, I think last year it was right before one of our first baseball weekends, and we got whacked.
Yeah,
So
we did get dumped on.
Fortunately, we have the turf and we can get out there if we have to, but we're looking forward to that. Coach Livingston, good luck to you, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.